What's up, everyone? Welcome to my channel. Today we are going to talk about a topic that not many people think about, but that is really, really important. Today we are going to talk about sexual immorality, and especially during pregnancy, and the spiritual consequences it can have for your unborn child. If you are expecting a baby or planning to have children in the future, you need to hear this. And if you've already had children, this message will help you understand things you may be dealing with right now. As always, you guys know I have my notes here that help me to put my thoughts in a row to prevent me from jumping off topic. Okay, so let's get into it. When a woman is pregnant, she is carrying life, not only physically but spiritually. That child is connected to her in every way, not only, like I said, physically but spiritually. So whatever she engages in, good or bad, can have an effect on her child's destiny. Sexual sin, whether it's fornication, adultery, pornography, or any form of immorality, breaks spiritual defilements. The Bible warns us in 1 Corinthians 6:18, flee from sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but the sexual immoral person sins against her own body. Now imagine this. If a mother sins against her own body while carrying a child, that sin doesn't just stay with her. It can pass down to the baby. Many people don't realize that sexual sin can bring generational curses. In the Bible, we see how the sins of the fathers and mothers can affect their children. For example, in Exodus 34:7 says that the sin of the parent can be visited upon the children to the third and fourth generation. So what does that mean? It means if sexual sin was committed during pregnancy, a child can be born under spiritual oppression without even knowing it. This is gonna sound a bit controversial, I know, but trust me on that. In life, everything is spiritual. In life, I'm going to repeat that again. Everything is spiritual. Everything you do or everything that happens has a spirit behind it. Everything has a spirit behind it. Okay? Sexual oppression, sexual sin can manifest in different ways in you or your children. It can manifest in you, for example, if you have to sit down and think for a little bit. How was the life of my parents? How was the life of my grandparents? Did they commit sexual immorality? Were they married when they were sleeping with each other? Was there homosexuality in my lineage? Were they addicted? Did they eat a lot? All these type of things you have to ask yourself so you can understand what is going on in your life and your child's life and what to do, how to break things not to keep happening in your generation. Okay, again, sexual oppression, sexual sin can manifest in different ways. For example, mental health issues like depression, anxiety, ADHD, autism, and stuff like schizophrenia and stuff like struggle with identity, confusion and rebellion, difficulty in relationship and marriage, poverty and financial struggle. Some of you watching this might be thinking, wait, are you saying that all mental health issues are caused by this? Not necessarily, but we cannot ignore the spiritual impact that sin can have. Some conditions have medical causes, but many have spiritual roots that people don't address. Another huge consequence is the spirit of rejection. Many children conceived in sexual sin outside the marriage, through affairs, or in unfaithfulness, struggle with deep feelings of rejection. I can say that from my own experience. Even if the parents love them, there is a spiritual wound there. You may notice that these children grow up feeling unloved, insecure, or disconnected. Some become rebellious, constantly seeking for validation from wrong people. Others battle with depression, suicidal thoughts because they don't feel like they belong. This is one of the things I've struggled with for a long time. Secretly, secret battles that I was struggling with without knowing why, what's the cause of all this. This is why parents need to break these curses through prayer and deliverance. Now let's talk about something most people don't connect: sexual immorality and financial struggle. Many parents wonder why they work so hard but never see financial breakthrough. They tithe, they pray, but they're always struggling. Tell me if you didn't see that in your parent, in your grandparents. What they don't realize is that sexual sin can break financial curses. Think about it. Sex outside of God's will often brings problem, broken family, single parenthood, child support issues, drama, stress. All of these things can drain your finances. And spiritually, it creates a legal ground for the enemy to block your blessings. Proverbs 5:10 warns us that sexual sin can lead to strangers feasting on your wealth and your toil enriching others' men's house. That means when we engage in sin, we unknowingly transfer our financial blessing to the enemy. If you've engaged in sexual immorality during pregnancy or even before conceiving, don't lose hope. God is merciful and He can break every curse. Here is what you need to do. 1. Repent sincerely, ask God for forgiveness, and turn away from sexual sin completely. Completely. 1 John 9 says, if we confess our sins, He is faithful and just to forgive us and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. 2nd, renounce and break the curses. Pray over yourself and your children. Fast. I recommend you to do a fast of 21 days, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you see that you can do it, you can start by fasting 6 to 3 p.m. And if it's difficult, you can start, building it gradually, like 6 to 12 for 21 days. Then you take a month and then you go again for the same thing, for the sexual immorality, the curses in your life. You do it again for 21 days, 6 to 3. Then you skip a month and then you try the 6 to 6. It is really, really important. Okay? Breaking any generational curses that may have come through sin. Okay? 3. Cover your children in prayer. If you're currently pregnant, speak blessings over your child's life every day, over her destiny. Declare God's promises over their life. If you've already have kids, pray for their healing and deliverance. Okay? 4. Live a holy life. This is not just about avoiding punishment. It's about living in freedom and making sure our children have a clean spiritual foundation. Choose purity for your children's sake. Family, this is a serious topic, and I pray it opens your eyes. Sexual sin is not just about what feels good in the moment. It has long-term consequences, even on the next generation. But the good news is that Christ came to set us free. If this message spoke to you, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Let's break the cycle and set our children up for blessings, not curses. Okay, guys? Until next time, stay in the Word, stay in prayer, and stay pure. God bless you guys.